Hello, dear friends. Pastor Josh here for another meditation from Emanuel. I hope you are doing well on this Wednesday as we are in the middle of our week. Um, One thing that has been sitting with me the last few days, even in my own life, is that sometimes this world fills us with so much noise, so much distraction, so much anxiety. And I was looking through Matthew's gospel and I came across verse 29 of the 11th chapter. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. It's preceded by that all too familiar verse, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I think sometimes in this busyness of our life, we don't find the time to let Jesus just be present in us or let God be present in us. You know, especially now as we're in Lent, we think of all the temptations that Jesus went through, and you and I are going to feel those in our own lives, right? We're going to feel the noise of the day, whether it's at work or at home or the car radio or the telephone ringing or whatever that is. We have this noise and we sense this noise in the day. Sometimes, the devil is going to try to tempt us like he did Jesus in the wilderness. He's going to give us those things that maybe try to push us over the edge or upset us. But it's this passage out of Matthew that really connects with us, because we know that Jesus indeed says to us, you will find rest for your soul if you just take my yoke upon you. If you bring me into your life and you allow me to be the driving force, you'll find that rest and that peace. And I know that can be the struggle for us. It is for me. There are days that I go and I go and I go and I don't find that rest. As much as you would think that being a pastor in a church, I would find that there are days I don't. There are days that I have meetings or visits or preparation for sermons or different things going on, and I just go and go, and that noise just keeps pulling at me. And so that's reminded me this morning as I walked across the street. I came in through the sanctuary, and it was in that moment that I realized that no matter how much noise have going on in my life, whether that's a conflict with someone or a stressor of health or making sure the schedule is the right way or the sermons are done or whatever it is, that I find Jesus. I need to find Jesus. You might be in that very same place where the noise is just so much that you need to find Jesus. And so I invite you, maybe even right now, as you come across this, that you just sit for a minute and let God in. Let Him all the way in. Put the noise out. Put down the phone. Turn off the TV for a moment. Whatever it is that you have going on, and just listen to God. Put yourself in the place of Jesus bringing His yoke to you and coming to Him and allowing Him to ease whatever burden you have. I know we talk about it a lot, but anything you have going on in your life, there's an answer in this book. Jesus' own words. Sometimes maybe it's the words of the Psalms or the words of the Proverbs. maybe it's Paul in his letter to the Romans, or maybe it's just simply finding peace in a day. God will be with you if you give him a moment into your heart. God will walk with you no matter what, no matter where that busyness is or that whatever you have going on. But our call as Christians is to allow him into our hearts. And so today, I want you to do that. I want you to spend a moment just letting God in. You don't even have to say anything. That's the joy of knowing that Christ is with you, the joy of knowing that God is with you, is you don't have to even say a word to him. He knows what's on your heart. So today I want you to feel that. I want you to hear that he indeed does love you unconditionally, that he does care for you, that no matter what you have going on, he will always be there. I know I often do the prayer, and we say the prayer together. Um, but this morning, I'm going to take just a couple minutes and I'm going to play some background music. And I want us to each individually come to God in prayer. And then we will close together with the Lord's Prayer. So, would you take a moment and pray with me? God, I ask that you hear the hearts of your people, that as we continue our journey through Lent, we put the noise out of our minds and allow you in. God, we raise this to you in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, who taught us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I hope that you find that space today where the noise can go away and you can connect with God. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I invite you to be a part of our midweek worship service and meal tonight. We'll gather at 5:30 for a meal and 6:30 for worship. If you are in Jackson, you are most invited here. If you need to join us for worship, we will be online with our streaming media ministry. You are invited to be a part of this church, a part of this family, a place that you can call home. Know that this community of faith loves you, that I love you, but most importantly, it is God who loves and cares for you. Have a blessed, blessed week.